RZA, man, I appreciate you. All right, is the signal a little bit better? So I'm walking around here in this older village called Jiuguangwu Village. Now, you guys can see the village doesn't have a lot of folks living in here anymore. This village dates back originally to the spring and autumn period, to the Warring States period, right around 2400 years ago. Human beings began to settle here in this village. Now, this entire village has a huge wall around the entire complex. So a lot of these homes here, they're actually no longer being used because most of the villagers have moved to better homes in the main county. Now, the reason I'm walking around here is it kind of gives you the flavor of understanding what northern Shanxi looks like. Because northern Shanxi, frankly speaking, especially this part of Shanxi, is very, very poor. This is a very, very poor part of Shanxi. And I've always talked to you guys about wanting to show you guys where my father grew up. My father would have grown up in the equivalent of a home like this. This would have been an equivalent of how my father would have grown up here in China in the 1960s. Well, you can see here, well, before I answer that question about who owns them, let me explain why I wanted to come out here. Number one, we are actually at the foot of the Great Wall. We got a little stray dog over here. There's going to be a lot of these dogs everywhere here in this village because it is almost abandoned. I would imagine there's fewer than 100 people living out here in this village. Most of these homes look totally abandoned. Now, with that said, this is actually the typical architecture that is going to define this entire region. When you think about Shanxi province, it is a province that is rich in certain resources like coal, but poor in certain resources like water. They lack water. What they don't lack is this right here. A lot of yellow earth right here. So you see the way they make their homes here historically. Thank you, Pamela. Is they would mix clay and mud and bricks all together and build a home. So you can imagine, for all the American folks who are watching this, imagine in the winter time, you're trying to stay warm in your home. It gets really cold out here in this part. Good morning, Pamela in Scotland. And you guys can see all the crevices between these bricks. Imagine being a young man that my father was in his teenage years, growing up in a home that looked just like this, him being cold all the time in the winter because the bricks were not very good quality, they were not uniform, and the mud didn't exactly do a great job of keeping out the heat. So the question becomes, in this part of China, when you guys look at this village here, thank you, Good Deed, please share this live stream, everybody, hit the share button. So how do the folks who live here in this village, how do they stay warm? How do they keep themselves warm in the wintertime when their homes are so simple, so original, and so humble? How do they keep themselves warm? Well, the number one, see, this home right here is obviously not abandoned. But you see, it's not a good look either, man, because I see a big lock on the door. So this is a very nice looking home here, very nice door, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of people living in here either. So the question becomes, how do you keep yourself warm in this part of China when the homes are all made out of mud bricks like this? How do you not freeze your butt off in the wintertime? Well, that's when you can see these chimney stacks right here. Here in Shanxi province, the one thing you have to understand is they have a bed called a kang, which means underneath the bed, they will burn coal. They will burn wood. And the heat that comes from that burning of the wood and the coal is going to heat up the bed at night. So that is how my father stayed warm. It's a traditional Shanxi-style bed called a kang. Now, as we walk in this village here, you see, very, very primitive village. Look at this. It's got a lot of age to it, right? And this is also, I would tell you, for as much traveling as I've done all throughout China, this is one of the poorer places I've been to. And I'm just being very honest with you guys. Now, that doesn't mean that the folks here are starving. It doesn't mean that at all. But it just means that from an income perspective, this is one of the poorer places I've been to in China. And you can see a lot of just as I say this, man, one of the original, 您好, 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 man, hello. Just as I say this, man, one of the villagers come out, man. Just as I say this, 您好, 您好. 您会说普通话吗？您说普通话吗？您说点普通话吗？
我不会说。
不会说。您在这儿住多久了？
我们这儿住了81年盖的。
81年盖的。This house was made in 1981，都是81年盖的。
那会儿是没这个家。
哦。
后期。
See, I can actually understand a little bit of what he's saying. 很好。您今年年龄多大了？您？
我今年77啊。
77啊？您看上去健康的。77，您一直都住在这儿，您一直都住在。我爸是山阴人，我爸山阴人，我山阴
哪个故事？
这我不知道，但我就知道我爸是山阴人。
你是老家哪？你现在是哪儿住的？
我江苏长大的，江苏长大的，对。您老伴儿也住在这儿吗？您一家人都住？您好，这是山阴县还是代县？
山阴县。
这山阴县，我爸就山阴县，他山阴县哪里我不知道，但是离这儿有点距离，您是要出去买东西去吗？You buying some？ 干活了。一把这个您干什么活啊您？啊，你干农活吗？这儿？哦，农活哦。好，拜拜。Man, she just came out here. She ready to go to work. She looked at me like I came. She literally looked at me like I dropped out from Mars. Did y'all see the look she gave me? She looked at me like I dropped out from Mars, man. Like I literally landed. Too tall, literally. I landed from Mars, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She was going to do some farm work. She's going to work right now. Do some farm work. Beautiful. Anyway, man, but you can see all the homes here, they all have electricity. It's actually, according to the gentleman over here who I was just speaking to, they think there's actually 1,000 folks that live in this village here. So we're going to keep walking around a little bit. By the way, you guys could just tell, man, like I show you guys a lot of older buildings, a lot of older homes. Like this is obviously older, no doubt. But a lot of this stuff is just like, I don't know, man. It's just like, you can appreciate what I'm saying when I tell you guys, like, they all have electricity, they all have water, the running water, they have everything they need. They have toilets, running water. But you guys could just see, man, like, this right here is man coping with nature at its finest, right? If you guys remember, when we were in southern Shanxi for the last week and a half, we went to all those villages, right? And you guys remember, they didn't have homes like this in their village. They had bright red doors. For those of you that watch, those huge red doors in Yuncheng City in Lingfeng we went to. Beautiful brick exteriors, nice yards, right? Very nice villages. But whereas here, you can see where my father grew up. I always told you guys, my father grew up really poor here in the 60s. My father lives in North Carolina now with my mom. They have a beautiful life. But my father grew up probably in a home that's even way worse than this. No electricity, no running water. They had to burn coal, they had to burn wood, and they had to draw water from a well. But fundamentally, nothing has really changed when it comes to the exterior facade of a lot of these buildings. The only thing that's different now is that China has done really a great job, as me living here for the last 5.5 years, but really for the last 20 years, they've done a great job of eliminating poverty. What do you do when you eliminate poverty? Well, you got to bring electricity. You got to bring running water to people, right? And that's what I think they've done a great job. Now, let me pause for a second. You see that big chimney up there? That is how they keep their beds warm in the winters, using a bed called a kang. It's a bed that you're not going to find in anywhere else in China. You're not going to find it in southern China. You're not even going to find it in Beijing. You're only going to find it here in this area of China where they burn wood and coal underneath the bed to heat it up in the winter because it gets so cold here. I feel cold right now, by the way. A lot of you guys are chilling in your beds back home in America. Y'all are, some of y'all haven't even gotten up in Europe yet. It's probably like 7 a.m. in Europe. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. My name is Daniel from the state of North Carolina. I show you guys what real China looks like every single day. Please follow the channel. Now, the one thing you guys have to understand, I want you guys to really understand this concept. Hello. 你好. 你好. 你们住在这里吗? You guys live here? 你们住在这里吗? You don't live here? As soon as I spoke English, she turned around and left. Y'all saw this right here, man. Y'all saw this bullshit over here. As soon as I spoke English, man, she left. As soon as she heard me speak English, she said, hell no, nah, man. Here come a Yankee, man. She said, here come a Yankee. Let me get away from this Yankee. She said, let me get away from this Yankee right here, man. Follow the channel. Let's keep moving. Let me continue with what I was saying, man. So the one thing that's really cool, man, when you come out here is the reason why I want to come out here and finish the great wall of I'm speaking English to you guys so you guys can understand what I'm saying to her. And by the way, English is mandatory here in China. They have to learn English in the schools. The one thing I'm trying to convey to you guys is like, my father might have grown up in an environment like this where he was short on materialistic things, but the one thing that he wasn't short on was courage and a lot of enthusiasm and passion for life and a lot of dignity. My pops is one of the people with like the strongest sense of dignity that I've ever met in my life. He doesn't take anything from anyone. Everything he has, he works for it. So the reason why I want to show you guys this village is that this is probably as close as we're going to get to where my father grew up 60 years ago, 55 years ago. Homes like this. Now, his childhood home has undoubtedly been razed. It's been destroyed. Thank you, Dakota, to make way for new homes. Thank you, Dakota Sue. But it's a similar concept. Conceptually, it's similar. Now, a lot of you guys are probably going to ask me, what do you guys think is the average income here in a village like this in China? What do you guys think is the income here at a Shanying County small village? What do you guys think is the average income for a farming family here? What do you guys think? Let's say per person in US dollars. Any of you have a guess? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sammy. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. $150 a month, $60 a week, $300 a month. That's very good guesses, actually. You guys have been watching me for a while. So you guys have been indeed watching me for a while. These are actually very good guesses. Thank you, instructor. Average per capita income here in this town, in this village here, I would imagine is right around $250 to $300 a month, which doesn't sound like a lot of money to American folks back home. Thank you, GTAC. Thank you, instructor. Also, GTAC, I saw that you joined our Discord channel earlier. Thank you very much. That's how you get the notifications whenever I go live. So, anyway, let me keep walking. 你叫什么名字啊？你叫什么名字啊？啊？郭嘉。这你的狗狗吗？这你的两条小狗狗。你住在这儿吗？哦，你就住这儿。哦，你就住这儿。That's your house right here. 哦，哦 ，That's your brother. 这你的哥哥吗？哦，你的朋友。Damn, you got a girlfriend already? 这你女朋友吗？ Is that your girlfriend? 不是你女朋友。你确定 ？You sure? Why you laughing? 你笑，为什么在笑呢 ？Why you laughing? 不是你女朋友，你咋笑呢 ？Why you laughing? Why you laughing? Why you laughing? 在笑 ，Look at you laughing. Look at it. 你多大了 ？How old are you?
10岁。
你已经10岁了。You 10 already? 你们在学校里面学英文吗 ？You learn English at school? 你们不教英文啊
3年级教的，我2年级。
哦，明年就开始教。They teach you English next year? Alright, I got you. Learn some good English, man. 多学英文。你们上学在哪里啊？你在哪里上学？在附近吗？
偏路。
离这儿远吗？
稍微有点远。
好啊，你是夏天在这儿，你夏天放假了对吧？好。好好玩，好好玩，跟你女朋友好好玩。不是。Let's keep moving, man. Let's keep moving. That's his girlfriend back there, man. That's his girlfriend. Shit, that's his girlfriend. That was his girlfriend back there, man. Shit. Dog like me, man. What up, man? What up, Lil G? Don't run, man. I'm good for it, man. Don't run. Come on now, I ain't gonna... Come on, man. Don't run. Relax. Shorty. Thank you. Story of my life right here, man. The minute I get close, you know what I'm saying? This is the story of my life right here. Story of my life. What happens on Valentine's Day? You see this right here? Story of my life. Literally the story of my life. Very quiet village, man. I want to give you guys a little stroll around this village because I came here earlier before the live stream at the Great Wall, and I just thought it was so representative of Shanxi province. Thank you, Ham HB. I thought it was so representative of Shanxi province that I told the driver to come and take me back out here so I could show you guys this village. Now, anyway, before we got distracted by these adorable kids back there, the average income here, I would imagine $300, at the most $350 a month per capita income here. And most folks here get by doing farm work. If there's construction jobs at the county nearby in Shuozhou, some of them will work in construction. But most of the folks here get by using subsidies from the government. So their health care is taken care of. They have a health care through the country. They have a small stipend from the local government. And then they just do all types of odd jobs that will get them an income, right? I mean, this is not exactly a place where you work a 9 to 5. Right? I mean, look at this place. This is not a place where you have a 9 to 5 job. Right? Hello. Hello again. Ni hao. Thank you, Momo. Thank you. Yeah, you can only use your health care locally. But in which case, I mean, you can see this home right here. I'm not going to go inside. I'm going to show it to you guys from the outside. You see, it's a very humble, very, very humble rural home here. Very, very humble home. But a nice home nonetheless. So let's keep moving. That's a goofy looking dog right here, man. That dog look goofy as hell. Goofy looking dog, man. Goofy looking dog. 你们什么时候开学啊？你们什么时候开学啊？9月1号开学。Get your ass ready to get back to go to school. September 1st. Nah, it ain't on no chop block, man. It ain't on no chop. People don't eat this out here. The Shanxi people actually don't eat dog, by the way. I want to make that very clear. Where my father is from, this is a goofy looking dog, though. Hey, Lo Ji. Shanxi people do not eat dog. It's really the more southern parts of China that eat dog. Shanxi people don't be eating that. Was that a couple of sheeps? Bruh! What the hell? What the hell? Hey, come here. Don't go. What the hell? Did y'all just see what I just saw? Bruh! Now this dog is adorable. 您的羊是吗？哎。Man, that go to sheep farmer right here, man. Man, that was unexpected, y'all. That was unexpected. What the hell? Oh my, y'all, man. We really in the rural part of China now, man. I told you guys, don't ever doubt me when I say we in rural China. We got sheep running down the streets, y'all. We got sheep running down the streets. This is beautiful. We got sheep, dogs, people. And we got an American. Yo, the story is complete, man. A sheep, a dog, and an American walk into the bar. The story is complete, man. The joke writes itself. A sheep, a dog, and an American walk into a bar. The jokes write themselves, man. I'm telling you guys, the jokes write themselves. Oh, this is beautiful. Man, I got an entourage behind me, man. I got an entourage of kids behind me, man. I love this. I got an entourage of... 你好. I got an entourage of kids behind me. Man, I love it, man. I love showing you guys this part of China. You know, when you guys could kind of laugh at this, but when my pops was growing up, first of all, I made my pops sound like a UNICEF commercial or some shit, man. But when my pops was growing up, he didn't even get a chance to eat lamb. You see sheep's running around nowadays. That means you get goat milk. You know what I'm saying? Look at the big ass dog with the big ears looking at me, and the sheep just walking around. My pops, when he was growing up in a region like this in the 60s, he didn't even have access to lamb. They didn't even have milk. They didn't have goat milk, beef milk. I don't think pigs produce any milk. I ain't an agricultural specialist, but I don't think pigs produce any milk. But this is like so to be able to see some sheep. We think it's funny. My pops would have probably eaten the sheep. You know what I'm saying? By the way, man, I gotta give you guys some bad news, man. This dog is eating crap. Like, did y'all? I don't mean to like sound negative or anything. This dog is literally eating droppings. They are fighting over droppings, y'all. I'm not even joking. I think they're eating sheep droppings. I'm not even joking, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, I ain't never been to no North Korea. Hell no. Never been to North Korea. See, look at what they're doing, man. They eating droppings. Is that normal? Dogs be eating droppings. Well, I ain't bring no food with me, unfortunately, man. See, look. Hey, 你好. What the hell? What the hell? Huh. Alright, man, let's keep walking around. The sheep distracting me a little bit, man. I got a little entourage. Hello? I got a little entourage with me. Look at them. Look at the local kids. Look at the local kids, man. I got an entourage with me. Thank you, Jane. Actually reminds me of 19... Entourage with me. Thank you, Jane. Actually reminds me of 1998. In 1998, when I was just 7. I just turned 7 years old. During Chinese New Year, my dad took me back to his hometown along with my mom. And we were in a village pretty much just like this. So that was 26 years ago. In 1998. And I remember me coming from the city. I lived in I lived in a tier 3 city. But it wasn't this. It wasn't this. And I remember the local kids, man, they were just following me around because the clothes that I was wearing was different from them, from what they were wearing. The way I spoke was different from the way they spoke. And I just remember all these years later, man, I still have some photographs of them, actually, in 1998. They remind me of these kids here, man. They remind me of these kids here, growing up in the villages. Sometimes... on a rainy night, you sitting there by yourself, you kind of wonder how life worked out for those kids, man, that were the same age as me. Growing up in villages like this, I got a chance to go to America. I got a chance to, go to the University of North Carolina and change my life. Made me think a lot. I also think about the kids that I went to school with back in China. I left at age 11. I also think about how their life turned out. A lot of them are no doubt married by now. They have kids. I think a lot about this stuff, man. Like on a rainy night and you're just sitting by yourself at home. Your mind is just thinking about crazy things, You think about that. A lot of thoughts. Man. Let's keep moving. You can see here, by the way. You see this right here? I know you guys recognize this. So here in rural China, they really don't waste anything. So for those of us back home in America who will eat a cob of corn and kind of throw away the core, any of you guys know what they'll do with this here in rural China? You see this? Any of you guys know what they're going to do with this? Any of you guys? Any guys have an idea? I'm asking because I really don't know what they do with this, but they seem to have saved a lot of corn cobs and they put it in this big basket over here. Yeah, that's what I would think too, right? I would think it's for burning in the winter time to keep their homes warm. I would have the exact same I had this exact same guess. You can see there's a lot of folks out here who collect scrap metal, scrap wood, cardboard boxes, plastic bottles. Those could be all recycled, and they actually pay you. China has a great recycling program going on where basically all the cardboard is resold. So there's a monetary value. So there's quite a few people in big cities and rural areas who collect cardboard boxes, and they'll stack it up and they'll sell it to the recycling centers. And this is a way for a lot of people, not a lot of people, but for a number of people that I've seen, even living in Shenzhen, it's a way for them to generate some extra income. So let's keep walking. I gotta tell you, man, look, watch this. So somebody is building a new home here. One of the local villagers is upgrading. Oh, I can actually walk in here. I'm not gonna trespass and go into their home, but I'm gonna kind of show you from the yard over here. So I think this is probably the family that owns this land here. Thank you, Ni Hao Ma. Thank you, Diane. They're building a brand new home for themselves made out of brick. See, this is a very nice brick, right? This is, you can tell, a modern home with some good bricklaying techniques. Very, very nice looking home, right? But you can see on the right, this is what the original home looks like. So they're probably upgrading. I think these folks that live here are probably going to move into this new home. This home, if I had to estimate, also from the early 80s, mid 80s. So about 40, 45, 50 years old. Beautiful. Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here.你们9月1号开学吧？你们9月1号开学吧？马上就要开学喽。All right, let's keep walking. Make me sentimental walking around here. Now, the thing about this village, as you guys can see, it's what's different about this place versus everywhere else is that this entire village is surrounded by a wall. Thank you, 81. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, 81. Nope, nah, man. There's no cops out here, man, because there's no crime out here. There's no police presence out here because there's no crime. Thank you, Colt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep walking around. Hopefully the signal stays good. I'm lagging bad. Go this way. Thank you, Colt. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Colt. Somebody said I was lagging bad. I'm not really sure if I'm lagging or not. I see a green light on my end. So if you're lagging, please scroll to the next live stream and come right back. Let's keep walking around. I'll give you guys about an hour here. And then I'm going to go film the Great Wall. And then I'm going to take a nap. Get ready for tonight. Man. What a life. It's all good? It's all good? All right, cool. I know we got all these kids following me, man. These adorable kids following me. Anyway, let me finish with what I was saying, though. Let me please allow me to finish what I was saying. So let me also kind of explain to you what's going on with this village. Why this entire village is surrounded by a wall. This big rectangular wall over here. Man, this freaking dog eats everything, man. This dog just ate a piece of tissue. This dog just ate a piece of tissue, man. This dog right here is an instigator, man. This dog be instigating, man. This dog come over here instigating. Thank you, Diane. Instigating. Maybe do. 这你们家的狗吗？
No，
这不是你们家的狗，这是他的狗。
花个很黑，那个黑的是他的。
你们这个村子里面有多少个小孩啊？像你们有多少小孩啊？
我们不知道，
是不是很多啊？很多是吗？很多。可以。Anyway, let's keep moving, man. Let's keep moving. Thank you, JC Martin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, let me continue what I was saying. Thank you, JC. Walking with me, that's right. This is a Data Village night watch. Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. I keep getting sidetracked with what I'm saying. Thank you, JC. Island, thank you. All right, check this out. I want to stand up here. I want to show you guys something. There is a reason why, as we're standing here, thank you, JC Martin, there is a wall that surrounds this entire village. Okay? Let me explain why. So from what I understand, the local government has been trying to turn this particular village into a tourist attraction. Thank you, Annabelle and Dakota. You can clearly see they have not succeeded. Well, this is an ancient village that dates back to the Warring States period of Chinese history, 2,500 years ago. So it's got a lot of history, and it is a very unique place. So what they did is very simple. The local government paid to have an entire wall put up on the exterior of the village so that it looks very, very unique from the outside. This wall is not old. This is a modern wall that they put, but there used to be a fortification right along the edges of this village over here. What they did is they built a new wall because the old one was falling apart. Thank you, Rhonda. So this is what all that is to say. The local government has been trying everything they can to try to get more tourists to come out here to this particular village, along with the other section of the Great Wall that's nearby. But the problem is progress has been very slow. You can see there's not a soul out here. Out here, all by themselves. Keep moving. Oh, shit. Thank you. Faye, thank you. Let's get up out of here. I know they will be talking about me at the dinner table. The strange sounding English speaking man coming into our village. They will be talking about me. They will be talking about me, man. Anyway, I don't know how much of you guys caught of what I was saying before the lag started for some of you guys, but they're trying to turn this entire village into a tourist attraction. Unfortunately, they haven't succeeded yet. Thank you, JC Martin. Thank you, sir. So unfortunately, they haven't succeeded yet. Hopefully, in the next few years, more and more people will come. But here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, right? They gotta add some commercialism here if they want to get some tourists here, right? They gotta open some stores. They gotta open some restaurants. You know? Look at this. It's way too desolate the way it is now. You know, it is a beautiful town. It's a majestic town. But it doesn't have anything that would say, I want to come here as a tourist. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, everybody? It's just a very, very regular looking town. Very regular looking village for this part of the country. You got to have something that makes the tourists want to come out here. You know what I mean? Like, look at this here. Get out of here. Thank you, Ikaika. 什么？这什么？这什么？
没事，这儿已经没人住了。
没人住了？
啊，
这儿都没人住了？
没人了，全没人了。
整个这一条街都没人了？
没了。
人都到哪去了？
是的。
搬走了吗？嗯。哎。Thank you, King Los. Thank you. Let's keep moving. It is a ghost town, man. So according to the kids behind me, thank you, Faye, King Los. Thank you. According to the kids behind me, man, there's nobody living on this street anymore. It's totally empty. Let's see if I can take a little peep inside.
这个是姐姐的家吧？这也没人啊。
There's nobody living out here. Man. They got it. You know, this is the thing, man. This place has actually a lot of potential, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, turn this into like a little restaurant. Turn this into a little souvenir shop. You know? It is like a freaking ghost town here. Man, thank you, Quek. Thank you, Akaika. Them kids don't need any help, man. Look at how happy they is, man. Look at them hopping around. Look at how happy they are. They happy. Let me ask them what their dreams are. This young boy here looks pretty mature. 哎，问你一个问题啊，问你一个问题，你的梦想是什么？
梦想。
What's your dream？ 你的梦想是什么？
坐上火箭。
坐上火箭，这是你的梦想。这是个很独特的一个梦想，我还真没想到你会这样说，很好的一个梦想。你的梦想是什么？
长大成为一名医生。
你变成一个医生，好梦想，你肯定会变成医生的。我妈就是医生，我妈妈就是医生。Beautiful. All right. He just said he wants to ride a rocket. Elon, you hear that? This young man said he wants to ride in a rocket. This young girl says she wants to be a doctor one day. Young lady says she wants to be a doctor one day. The young man says he wants to ride in a rocket. Elon, you hear that? You hear that? A young man wants to ride in a rocket. Good kids out here, man. Got me just thinking about life. Their name's gonna be in Chinese. All right, everybody. I said I was gonna take you guys here for about an hour. Be here about 41 minutes. Beautiful. Got over 25,000 views already. Great. Let's get out of here, man. Let's keep moving. I'm gonna actually take you guys to my father's home village. I think tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna ask my father where he's from, and I'm gonna go and walk around tomorrow. That'll happen tomorrow afternoon for me. So it'll be Sunday, late Sunday night for you guys. This is at least an hour's drive, even though we're in Shenyang County now. We're still about an hour's drive from my father's village. Thank you, Imri. Ni hao ma. Thank you, Peter Chung. There's no school, obviously, inside this village. Okay, so the kids are on summer vacation now. So what's going to happen is they're going to go to a school that's about 20, 30 miles away from here in a large county nearby, in a large town nearby. So the kids are back home for summer vacation. But, you know, this is symptomatic of so many of the places that you see in China. A lot of these rural areas, because if you guys pay attention to the faces of the people that you've seen, it's usually older folks, senior citizens, and very young kids, right? The same story that you see played out in so many different other rural areas here in China, where a lot of the people in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s are all in the big cities working. They're all working in the big cities, manufacturing jobs, retail jobs, office jobs, whatever it is. And back here in the village is really just people over the age of 55, over the age of 60, still taking care of these homes, taking care of the grandkids. So a lot of these kids actually grow up. Thank you, Faye. Have a good night to you. I know it's late back home in America. So all y'all that need to go to sleep, have a great night. For all y'all that are still awake, let's say on the West Coast, I'm going to go on for about another 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Oh, shit, I just stepped in some crap. I just stepped in some crap. See, this is obviously a very wealthy family here in this village. Look at this door right here. Look at this. Man, I appreciate you, Gio. You have a great night. Look at this. That is a very wealthy family here. Right? Yeah, I mean, you see those kids that are just running around just now. Many of them that live in rural areas have to grow up with their grandparents because their parents have to make money. They have to make money out in the cities. So a lot of these kids are growing up with their grandparents, with themselves. So this is a whole demographic issue here. Can you imagine a generation of American kids growing up without their parents? You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine a generation of American children whose parents are far away from home and working in the factories in the major cities, right? What would that do for society, right? What would it do for these kids as they grow up? We don't know, because many of them are still very young, 10, 11 years old. But that's the cost of surviving out here. Now, you got to do what you got to do to survive, to have a job, to have employment. Because if you stay here and you're 25 years old, your average income is going to be $300, $250 a month. You have no choice but to go out to Taiyuan, to Shijiazhuang, to Beijing, to these northern cities to look for jobs that'll pay you more money. And every month they'll send their money back home to their parents, to their grandparents. And that's how life works out here, man. That's how life. 你们刚才在我前面，现在又从我后面出来了。You were just in front of me. Now you're behind me. Man, y'all be like Flash, man. Y'all everywhere all at once. Y'all were just right before me. Now you're behind me. Ask for a house tour. I would love to get a house tour. You know what? I will ask for a house tour. If I see somebody opening their doors, I will ask for a house tour. This is 有人是吧？Oh, they got some cows in here. Oh, they got some sheeps in here too. 你好。They got some cows and sheeps in here, man. This is real life out here, man. They got 2 cows in the yard and 3 sheeps in the yard. Amazing. Keep moving, y'all. Nostalgic. Yeah, I went to the Great Wall earlier this evening, USA time, so we finished it. It was a 3-hour live stream. Now I'm just walking around a village at the foot of the Great Wall that I saw earlier. I wanted to show you guys some village living. This is where my father is from. This county is where my father is from. I'm just walking around. Man, thank you, PF Wisco. Have a great night. Have a great night, PF Wisco. Get some rest. Get some rest, PF Wisco. Night. Have a great night, PF Wisco. Get some rest. Get some rest, PF Wisco. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Randy. Thank you. How many of you guys saw me when I streamed in Shanghai or Shenzhen or Hong Kong? All these different Chinese cities. How many of you guys saw that stream? Where I was in Shanghai, in downtown Shanghai on Nanjing Road. How many of you guys saw that live stream? Any of you guys remember that? Any of you guys remember that? Levident, you guys did, right? You do? Right? This is what I mean by when I say, China is, in my opinion, the second wealthiest country already in the world. But in many ways, it's still a developing country, right? out here in the northern part of China, you can see how different it is from a Shanghai, from a Beijing, from a Shenzhen, from a Guangzhou. Those big skyscrapers, you know, the Mercedes-Benz, the Rolls-Royces. This is very different, right? This is very, very different. It just shows you how diverse life is out here in this country, man. Very, very diverse. You have a little bit of everything. You know, social, economic class, people's ways of living. This is why it's still a developing country. See, look, this restaurant right here says Chinese traditional village, old Guangwu village right here. That's what it says. And you can see it is now being made into a tourist area. This entire village is a big rectangle. This is actually a tourist area now. So over 2,000 years of history. In the year 2006 was named a nationally protected archaeological site. Keep moving. Keep walking around. Thank you, instructor. Thank you, Ian. The roses, thank you. 大戏台在哪儿？戏台在哪里？哦，前面。哦。Walk around towards the middle of the village. Look at that. What time is it? It is 2:51 p.m. out here, almost 3 p.m. So almost midnight on the West Coast, almost 3 a.m. on the East Coast. Please follow the channel, everybody. I stream everywhere in China. Please follow the channel. Thank you, Dustin. No, see, I'm telling you guys, man, this is a village out here and it's still extremely clean. Somebody asked me, where's the cops at? There ain't no cops out here, man. There's no crime. You know, this is just a quiet... No, that's an original home right here. Now, that's an original home. Thank you, Lee. Now, that's an original home. Wow. You guys liked the Great Wall earlier today, huh? I love it. You can actually probably see inside the home. It's made out of glass. See, some other tourists are also here. You can tell they're from the city. Other tourists are here. I like how we just... I don't think anybody lives here anymore. We'll be back at the Great Wall, man. I made a promise to everybody who's watching that of the 13 passes of the Great Wall, we're going to go to all 13 of them. Today was the first one. So we're going to go to the Great Wall 12 more times. We'll go back to the Great Wall of China 12 more times, at least, throughout my journey here on TikTok. So please follow the channel, man. Even though you might have missed the Great Wall earlier this evening, I will go back there later this year. I'm going to go back there 12 more times to show you guys the 12 other passes of the Great Wall. Yeah, this is Chinese village, man. We're in a Chinese village. This is what a Chinese village looks like, y'all. Yeah, once a month. Yeah, once a month. It's good. See, look, let me show you guys something right here. So this is exactly where my father is from. Shanying County over here. So this is a local, I think there's a local communist, board over here where they can give the villagers certain information about what they're doing. But this is where my father is from, Shanying County. He's asleep in North Carolina now, so he's not watching this. But never in his wildest dreams did he think I would be streaming from his hometown. My pops has not been back in 11 years. So, what a trip, man. What a trip. Thank you, FinTech. Please follow the channel, man. We go everywhere in China. We go everywhere in China. Please follow the channel. It smells like a mixture of. Oh, here it is. Here's the theater. Every village has one of these, by the way. You see this right here? Every village up here in Shanxi that I've been to has one of these. Because you guys understand, even though all the villagers nowadays have TVs, radios, internet, 5G internet, how else do you think I'm streaming? They still have one of these performance halls. It's under construction for now, but they still have one of these performance halls where during major holidays, the villagers will entertain themselves with a performance, with a talent show. You know, sometimes when an outsider comes and visits the village, they'll put on a performance for them. Villagers will entertain themselves with a performance, with a talent show. You know, sometimes when an outsider comes and visits the village, they'll put on a performance for them. Let's say a party leader, a communist party leader or something. If they're coming here to inspect the village, they might put on a little performance. So you're gonna see this in everywhere throughout Shanxi province. They're always gonna have a theater hall. There's a lot of construction going on in this village. A lot of construction going on. So once again, for the folks who are just coming in, this is a Chinese village that is trying to rebrand itself as a tourist attraction because it's so close to the Great Wall of China. You see a lot of the local villagers living out here just chilling. You could just tell by the way the folks are dressed who is a local and who is not. You can see a lot of the senior citizens just chilling out here. Everything I'm telling you guys, you're seeing it for yourself. Let's get up out of here. Let's keep moving. See, I would love to talk to them, but you gotta understand, man. They speak with a thick Shanxi accent. I speak fluent Mandarin, but I don't speak Shanxi. So a lot of times it's actually hard for me to communicate with them. I speak fluent Mandarin, but I don't speak Shanxi. So a lot of times it's actually hard for me to communicate with them. Actually hard for me to communicate with them. I don't want to just point my camera at them, so let's just keep walking. Go this way. Oh, man. As you guys can tell, very sentimental walking around here. Very, very sentimental walking around. Very, very sentimental. Can you guys get a house tour? Yes, I'm gonna try. Very, very sentimental. Can you guys get a house tour? Yes, I'm gonna try. I'm very, very sentimental. Can you guys get a house tour? Yes, I'm gonna try. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to give you guys a house tour. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to see if I can go. Somebody's willing to show me their home. Okay, so this is a traditional bean curd little workshop over here. I'll poke my head in to see if I can go in there real quick. Hey, 你好. Hello? Hey, 你好. Ain't nobody here, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. So I thought this was like a traditional a shop where you could come in here and look at how they make tofu. Hey, 你好. Never mind. She just walked right past me. See if I can get a tour. Let's keep walking around. Oh man. All right, there's a little store over here. So why don't we come in here real quick? Let's see here. Let's walk in here. That is what a traditional Chinese Kang looks like. 哎，老板，我买瓶水可以吗？买瓶水，这水怎么卖？我给他 bottle of water。
这料可以，
2块是吗？这水怎么卖？我给他 bottle of water。
这料可以，
2块是吗？这2块是吧？好，谢谢。这是您的，这是个炕吧？炕。它冬天烧什么？
烧炭。
烧炭是吗？煤炭。
煤
炭。我能看一下这个炕吗？
能啊。
谢谢。
去坐坐。
好。All right, she just gave me permission to take a look at the Kang. 我看一下。So for those of you, she just gave me permission to come in here, so I'm going to give you guys a little tour. All right, so you guys probably have never seen this before, but this is also how my father grew up. So let me explain how this works. Because it gets so cold in here in the winter time, and you can see there's no AC that heats up the home, right? You see that? There's no AC. There's no air conditioner. So what do? What they do here is they will burn coal underneath the stove here. So what's interesting is you guys can see they're actually going to cook. I've never seen this before, but they'll cook right next to the bed, that it seems. And what's going to happen is that all the heat from the coal that is being burnt is going to heat up your bed. She actually invited me to sit. She said I could sit if I wanted to. This is a very hard bed. This is a traditional Chinese Kang. A traditional Chinese Kang bed. It's not hot right now because it's not winter time. It's August. It's summertime. But if you were to sit here in the middle of December, it would be very, very warm. It would be very nice. It's a very nice bed, a very nice way to sleep. It's a Chinese Kang. You can see the way it's connected is you put the coal in here, you let a little bit of oxygen in, you burn it, and that's how the bed becomes very, very nice and warm, that you get a good night's sleep. Kang, K-A-N-G, same as my last name. And you guys can see the stove is here. And also they have running electricity. They have everything they need out here. Electricity, they have running water. But this is a very, very traditional home. I got to go pay for my water. So, 我买瓶水，火腿肠怎么卖？把 bag of chips 上面，买瓶水。这些都是您自己做的吗？这不是自己做哦。好的。好的，谢谢您。
那看看你能告免。
This is so I'll give you guys a little house tour. I always try to come through with a little house tour. Let me pay for I bought a bottle of water from her. Let me go ahead and pay for it. We'll pay for it right now. That was about 28 cents.
Yeah.
What is that? 这啥？
告免免咋买？6块。
What is that?
花吧，又滑又软。这是多会儿的个
28 cents for a bottle of water.
也是那个，今年的多会儿就下来。
今年还没才出水呀。
Beautiful.
是啊。
So they are speaking in their local accent, so I can't really understand what they're saying. 好，付了2块，谢谢。
哦，没啥地儿，买点儿。
What is that? 这什么东西啊？这是？
高面。
高面。I like how as soon as I came in, everybody and their mama came in too. I like how as soon as I came into this empty store, everybody and their mama came in. 接过一下。
有的是说的英语。
You know what I'm saying? Everybody and their mama came in as soon as I came in. Thank you. 接过一下。谢谢。So once again, I'm gonna show you the Kang one more time for all the folks who are just coming in. You guys can see here. So she gave me permission to film her bedroom. And this is a traditional Shanxi style bed. A very nice bed. It's called a Kang. Let's get up out of here, man. Y'all want a little room tour. And also, this is all their winter bedding. You can see they haven't whipped it out yet because it's not winter time yet. But during the winter, they're going to use all these quilts to keep themselves warm. It gets tremendously cold here. -10, -20 degrees in the winter. It gets very, very cold out here. So my father grew up on a Kang just like this. Like my father, that's how he kept himself warm in the 1960s and 1970s. Growing up here in this part of the country, they slept on beds like this that are very, very warm in the winter, thanks to all the coal that's being produced locally and that's being heated up. So, and you can see this is their backyard here. They got everything they need, man. They got lighting. They don't have AC here, but it doesn't get very hot in the summer. It gets cold in the winter, you know? So they have electricity, they got water. See, look at the doors are all absolutely amazing, authentic, original. It's good quality doors right here. And you can see they have running water. They have a sink. So this is like an all-in-one type of room. So you got your sink, you got your kitchen, and you got your bed, basically all in one, and a little dresser over here. So let's get up out of here, y'all. Get up out of here. 谢谢您。
拿四个克了。要不要多的？我来5个。
好，谢谢你啊，谢谢你。好，拜拜，拜拜。Get up out of here. 谢谢您。
拿四个克了。要不要多的？我来5个。
好，谢谢你啊，谢谢你。好，拜拜，拜拜。
克了。要不要多的？我来5个。
好，谢谢你啊，谢谢你。好，拜拜，拜拜。All right, man. Gave you guys a little house tour as promised. We're gonna keep moving. And this is their backyard, by the way. So this home right here does have a little backyard. Where's the toilet? I think it's back there somewhere. So the toilet is not inside the house. The toilet is back there. Now, I'm going to have to tell you the real. Okay, I don't think it's a Western-style toilet because you guys have to remember, this is a village. So it's a little bit different from living in a city, living in Shanghai, living in, I don't even think they use squat toilets here. I'm not sure if they still use a septic tank like the way I saw when I was a kid. But when I say septic tank, I mean literally a big-ass hole in the ground where they would use they would use it for fertilizer. I'm not sure if they still do that here. But when I went back to my father's hometown in 1998 as a young kid coming from the city with my mother, we literally had to use a big hole in the ground, a latrine basically, and they would use it as fertilizer. So all that is to say, as you guys are walking around with me here in this village, it's very obvious that where my father grew up here in China is not a wealthy place. This is a tough-nosed, hard-working place but yet this is also, I want you guys to appreciate something. This is also where the Chinese race originated. The Chinese people originated in Shanxi, in Henan, and Shanxi province, in these 3 provinces. So really, you think about where the original Chinese culture, where the original Chinese people originated 3, 4, 5,000 years ago. It's right here where we stand right now in what seems to be a very tough environment, but it's actually a very flat terrain. You got 4 seasons in a year. It gets cold in the winter, but it's hot in the summer. This is where the Chinese identity was discovered, and this is where the Chinese identity came to its own 3,000, 4,000 years ago. This place right here is not the fertile lands of the Yangtze River. It's not where Hong Kong is. It's not where Shanghai is. It's not where Beijing is. It's here. Right where we stand is where the Chinese, it's literally where the Chinese identity and the Chinese nation started 3,000, 4,000 years ago. Some say 5,000 years ago. So a lot of people might say, well, why is it not in Beijing? Why is it not in Shanghai? Why is it not in Hong Kong, China? Why is it here in seemingly such a tough ecological environment? Very simple, because they could grow crops out here. Because they could grow crops out here and support a large population. That is the basis you need for society, is to have crops. Does that make sense, everybody? So a lot of y'all, that is sometimes, we're going to leave here now. I'm going to make one last loop and then I'm going to get up out of here. A lot of times I think some of us, we have to understand this thing that I call the curse of being ancient. What do I mean by that is, for everybody who's watching, if you're an American and you're watching this, I want you to ask yourself, how old is our nation? Our nation is only 248 years old. How old is Greece? How old is India? How old is Egypt? How old is China, right? If you look at the great historical civilizations, how old is Iraq? How old is Syria? How old is Iran, right? If you look at the arc of human history, a lot of the places that are very, very wealthy today actually haven't been around for a long time. The United States is a great example. Australia is another great example. Australia didn't even exist as a country until the British discovered it, right? There was native aboriginals living in Australia. It wasn't a nation. It was just a piece of land. So sometimes what I tell you guys is like, you look at how poor India is as a country. You know, you look at how poor Iraq is as a country, right? And you go and you look at it, these are great historical civilizations, yet it seems like sometimes the older the civilization is, sometimes the poorer it is. China being the lone exception, having not only a rich history, but also a very, very modern society. But you can see right here, this is the oldest part of China, arguably one of the oldest parts of China. One of the original founding civilizations, cradles of the Chinese civilization right here. Yet you can see, it doesn't compare to Shanghai. It doesn't compare to Beijing. It doesn't compare to Hong Kong, right? So this is what I mean. It's like a lot of times you think about it, our nation is only 248 years old, the United States of America. Only 248 years old, yet we are fabulously wealthy. A lot of civilizations have been around for so much longer, so much longer, actually not doing so well, right? Iraq is an example. Iraq is actually some of the oldest human civilization traces ever in the world. The Sumerians, right? The Mesopotamians. That's all in Syria and Iraq. Very poor nations. So think about that as you will, as you watch this. Sometimes I call it the curse of being very, very ancient, of having a great ancient and proud history. Sometimes actually weighs you down in the modern world. Just a food for thought as we're walking around. Let's continue to walk. We're going to do one last loop and I'm going to end this live stream. I got to go to the Great Wall and do some filming. And then I'm going back to my room. Beautiful. Follow the channel, everybody. Follow the channel, y'all. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Yeah, and I don't mean to say it in a disparaging way. You know, I hope to go to India one day and stream there. I hope to go to Egypt one day and stream there. But I was in Egypt 4 years ago before the pandemic, 5 years ago before the pandemic. And I love Egypt. Egypt is one of the most amazing places I've been to in my life. Egypt is also one of the poorest places I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking about total abject poverty. It was an eye-opener to see it. I love Egypt. I love Egyptian history, but it was extremely impoverished. Extremely impoverished. Like, it was something I've never seen before. So this is why, and Egypt is a proud historical civilization, a beautiful civilization, a beautiful history, but it doesn't change the fact that today it is a very, very poor country. Very, very poor country. So that's something to think about. Let's change the subject. Let's move on. Do my loop. Get up out of here. Let's get up out of here, man. That's right. There's a lot of reasons, you know. There's a lot of reasons. You know, why do you think nothing really survived out here in China from the Han Dynasty, right? From the earlier dynasties? Why are all those buildings gone? Why are all those imperial homes, the imperial palaces, why have they all been destroyed? It's because of centuries of war, constant fighting, constant warfare, people struggling, rebellions, you know. That's the reason why so few of this stuff is preserved from Chinese history. You go to Italy, you walk around in Rome, right? The Romans preserved so many of the things that the Italians preserved so many things from their ancestry, right? The Colosseum, so many things. But unfortunately, if you walk around China, you're not going to see a lot of historical buildings because there's been so much turmoil, so much warfare throughout Chinese history that so many of those older buildings have been destroyed. So many of the magnificent buildings have been burnt to the ground. So this is why I really love to walk around in a place like this, because it's poetic. Oh, by the way, you guys can see that's the Great Wall of China out in the distance. Oh, right there. I'm sorry. This direction right there. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see a lick. Oh, by the way, you guys can see that's the Great Wall of China out in the distance. Oh, right there. I'm sorry. This direction right there. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see a little. You see that right there? Y'all see that right there? That's an unrestored section of the Great Wall. Right there. Thank you, Yang Jinglong. Thank you, Sasha. Right up there. The Great Wall of China. Unrestored Ming Dynasty. Never touched, never restored. All original. Right up there. Y'all see that? Right up there. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you so much. Rusty. Thank you so much. Let's get up out of here. Hey, I appreciate the fact that there's so many people watching, even at such a late hour. I really appreciate you guys, man. So thank you. Thank you, Jeep. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Jeep Radio. I'm going to walk out of here now. I hope you guys enjoyed this village, man. I promised you guys I was going to take you out here after the Great Wall. Here I am. I am tired. I'm not going to lie. I'm tired, man. I've been streaming for 4 hours today. The Great Wall really wiped me out. So I am very tired. But I always live up to my promise, man. I promise you guys I was going to take you out here. Live up to my promise. Beautiful. Thank you, man. Who just said that? Thank you, Calix, man. I appreciate you. Please follow the channel, everybody. We're going everywhere out in China. We're going to go to a big city very soon. Yet again, we're not going to spend too much time in this rural area. We're going back to a big city. So enjoy this for what you can for now, because thank you, Ian, for moderating for me. I think all the American moderators have gone to sleep, man. It's just you and me, baby. It's just you and me, Ian. You and me. Get up out of here. Hey, bye bye. 我走了，我撤了，拜拜。好好学习啊，好好学习，听到没？好好学习。I just told him to study hard. I said, study hard and get some good grades. That's how you can build a better future for yourself. That's how my father did it. You know, for all the Chinese people who are watching, this is not going to mean anything to the Americans, but my father went to a school in China called Xi'an Jiaotong University. So for all the Chinese people who are watching, they know this university. It's one of the best universities in China. My father went to Xi'an Jiaotong University, and he did it from a freaking village just like this. He basically went to a school that's similar to Johns Hopkins back home in America, like a Johns Hopkins University, a very decent university, Johns Hopkins, something like that, like a Chinese Johns Hopkins. And he did it from a village like this in the 1970s. You know, Apex, I love it. I told you guys I was going to show you this village. So for everybody who got a chance to see it, man, I love it. And Amuj. Oh, you and Amuj. I appreciate you, Amuj. Thank you, Amuj. Thank you, Linda. Let's get out of here. Yeah, Tsinghua Beida are the best. No, I didn't say he went to the Harvard of China. I said he went to the Johns Hopkins of China. Okay, I didn't say he went to the Harvard of China. You know, my dad went to like a Hopkins, you know, like a very decent, one of the best universities. One of the best. Thank you, Lara. See, man. It's time to get out of here. Nearest Walmart, it's actually, don't laugh at this. Nearest Walmart's not that far away. Probably 2 hours away. Don't laugh at this. Nearest Walmart is not that far away. I streamed from a Walmart before. Thank you, Jenny Lee. Like 2 hours away. Yeah, about 2 hours away. Not that far away. All right, I'm going to make a right turn here. Get up out of here. Did you guys enjoy this? Oh, he's a Johnny Hopkins, man. So for those of you guys that stayed up back home in the States who are just waking up in Europe, did you guys enjoy this? You did? The time right now is 3:17 p.m. 3:17 p.m. right now. You guys enjoyed it? Good. I'm very happy. Thank you, Dustin. I'm very happy you guys like this, man, because this is the reason why I get my ass out here, do this show for y'all. I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it too, everybody. Now the question is, where the hell is the exit? Oh, here's the exit. Just go here and make a left. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And the reason why I can't take you to the next section of the wall that I'm going to is because it is too... And the reason why I can't take you to the next section of the wall that I'm going to is because it is too... There's no signal. It is too remote. So I'm going to go back there, film, and then I'm going to call it a day. Everybody. I'm going to fly my drone here. I'm going to whip out my drone. Time to fly it around a little bit. And then it's time for us to get up out of here. And I'm going to see you guys on Sunday morning, my Sunday night. Hey, any of you guys who are watching right now saw the Great Wall this morning? Any of you? Any of you guys saw the Great Wall this morning? Yeah, there's goats. There's cows here too. You must have missed it. Earlier, a bunch of goats ran up and ran right next to me. Man, thank you, Danielle. You did. Mother of fit girls, Shelly. Man, I love it. Thank you, Danielle, man. Appreciate you. Hey, Danielle, where is you at, man? Because sometimes I see your live stream come up on my feed, dog. Where is you at in the world, bro? You in like Kazakhstan or something? It's so cool, man. I think you speaking like a different language, like totally different. I know you speak Bulgarian, but it's like I thought you were speaking like a different language or something. Where is you at? And Ian, if you see his comment, please pin it for me. I wonder where he's at. Oh, you're in Bulgaria. Oh, that makes sense. All right, y'all. Time for me to get up out of here. I'm going to fly my drone. I'm going to bring out a brand new episode. And I would like to bow to everybody for watching this because I know it's late. And for the folks, especially who caught the Great Wall of China earlier, I bow to you, man. Thank you, Mike Jackson. Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Mike Jackson, great to see you, man. We were at the Great Wall of China earlier this evening. Now I'm just walking around and leaving this village now. I'll give you guys one last view of the village. Walk backwards. Thank you, Dustin May. Thank you, Mind Theater. We will be back at the Great Wall, man. If you guys missed it, the Great Wall is big, by the way. It's a big-ass wall. It's like 10,000 miles. We're going back to the Great Wall. Don't worry if you missed it. We will post some highlights. One of my viewers, Tammy Jones, posts the highlights of our live stream. Well, she posts the entire live stream. So you guys will be able to see it, even if you missed it. And we're going back to the Great Wall. So we'll get up out of here. Please follow the channel, everybody, so you don't miss it next time. And then join our Discord group so you get a notification before I go live every single day. All right, I'm out of here. Nice car. See? Even though this village isn't... Look at this. Getting a lot of visitors, man. We got a nice little Mercedes over here. All the way from Fujian, man. This car came all the way from Xiamen. We got Ming A over here. This is how you can tell what city this car is from. From the word Ming. The first letter, Ming A. This car drove like literally 2,000 miles to get here. I'm out of here, y'all. Time to get out of the village. The last thing I'm going to do for you guys is to give you guys a panoramic view. Oh, actually, I'm going to give you guys a view of the Great Wall of China. For all y'all that missed it, this is the last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys the Great Wall of China from this angle right here. My taxi is waiting for me. That's the last thing I'm going to do. And then it's time for me to go and film. All right, you can see it right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, okay? I might lose my signal. So I'm going to show it to you guys for all y'all that missed it. Right here. All right, check this out. Check this out, y'all. Thank you, Raisha. Thank you, LBJ. For those of you that missed the Great Wall of China earlier, this is the Guangwu Great Wall of China. That right there. You see that? Thank you, Zen Chef. You can see that watchtower right there. You see that watchtower right there? That is the real Great Wall of China. There's another watchtower right there. So I'm going to go there and film. I'm going to go fly my drone there as well. So I'll see you guys soon. That is the Great Wall of China. One last look. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Oh, that's as far as I can go. Thank you, Dakota. Everybody got to go check out Daniil and Zen Chef Mo's content, man. They go live just like I do here on TikTok, man. Y'all got to go check out this viewer named Zen Chef Mo. That's his TikTok name, Zen Chef Mo, Z-E-N, Zen. And I can't spell Daniil's name because that stuff is in Bulgarian. But you got to go check out his name as well, his channel as well. Y'all got to go check out their channels, man. They do the same thing as I do from different locations throughout the United States and Europe. And also Daniil streams in China and he streams in Central Asia. He shows you guys places that I've never even seen, man. and I'm well traveled. I haven't even seen it. So go check out their channels, man. They got an amazing channel. See the world from the comfort of your own home. Daniel, out. I will see you guys Sunday morning USA time. Daniel is out. I appreciate you, Amuj. And yeah, there we go. Zen Chef Mo at Daniil S. That's it. Follow them, man. They got good content out here. I'm out of here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Zendor. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Mike Jackson, Dakota, everybody. I'm out of here. I'm going to go to the Great Wall of China and actually do my job, which is to go and film. So I'm going to go and film now. I'll see you guys later from this great village out here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here. Ian, Amuj, thank you for following, for moderating for me. Have a great night, everybody, back home in America. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm out of here, man. Have a great night, everybody in America. Have a great day, everybody in Europe. Have a great afternoon and evening, everybody in Australia and Asia. Please follow the channel. Daniel, out. Salute to all of you. Thank you, Pepper, out in the Philippines recording. I'm out of here, y'all. Take care, everybody. Take care. Great. Have a great night. Jenny, everybody. Time for bed. Man, I love you guys too, man. Daniel, out.